So now that we have a basic understanding of what our HTML document looks like and is structured like, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save it as another file. I don't want to save over my template. I actually want to, of course, save it as something else. I want to keep this template so that every time I start a HTML file, I don't have to rewrite all this information. So I'll go to File and Save As, and then I'll just call this, I'm going to call it Example 2, or I'll call it, we'll call it HPTags. And it should just default to HTML for us, and it did. Good. All right. And now here, I'm actually going to, wherever it was that I had that, of course, the path is going to be right there. So I'll just change that to HPTags, hit enter, and of course, there we go. It's nothing has changed. It's the correct file, but nothing has changed. And now let's go ahead and begin to manipulate it. Well, first, let's just, of course, illustrate that it has actually changed. Let's put it in here. Let's in the title, let's call this, let's change the name of the page. We're going to call this H and P, and we'll call them elements because that's the correct term, not necessarily tags. We do use, we call them tags, but they are actually elements. So, and I will save that, and then I will refresh my browser, and of course now it reflects that. It says H and P elements at the top. But now let's actually create some H and P elements. I'm going to go into the body, and I'm going to create some text. I'm going to do a H1 tag. And I always write my tags in pairs like that to start out. It's just a smarter way to go. If you get in the habit of writing a tag and then writing some text and then writing the end tag, you can very easily, of course, lose track of what tags you've written, which ones you haven't. So then you end up with a problem where some tags don't have closing tags, and that can be a problem. And now I'll call it, let's see, this is my H and P elements test page. And I'll save that. I just press Control S on the keyboard, refresh, and there we go. I now have a headline in my file. I just changed it very easily. So the headline tags, of course, we have H1 through H6, and we can just kind of test those just to see. And I like to copy and paste tags because I'm lazy. Actually, what I'll do is select 3, 4, 5, 6, so you can see what each of those looks like. 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, and these are sample. I should have copied and pasted that as well. Copy and paste a lot when you're working on these, and then I will save that and test that, and then you can see those are the default H tags. Okay. So those are our basic headline tags. Now, of course, we can manipulate what those look like, and we would mostly do that through CSS. Some of this we'll talk about, we're not going to do a lot of, that would be more appropriate for the HTML courses offered through LCCC as well. Let's look at what we can do with text inside of, let's actually put some text, some test text into each of these, and I'm just going to kind of copy and paste. Ooh, I want that to, how do I get my, let's see if I can get my word wrap, there we go, view word wrap, and that way I don't have to worry about it going off the screen like that. Okay, now I'm going to put a hard return in there. I'll put a couple in actually. And you can put hard returns in to just kind of keep things clean and easy for yourself. And the reason why I want to do this, I want to show you what happens here. So I have all this test text. I'll make that one capitalized just because I'm kooky like that. I have to. Now, one of the things about HTML is that it's going to ignore white space. I have put this test text in here, and it's going to recognize that text, but I've not put any tags on it. So let's just see what happens. I'm going to press Control S, and I'm going to refresh my browser. Notice that in the file, in the browser, the test text has just simply run together. I put a couple hard returns in right here, and that would of course correspond to this spot on the page, but I don't actually have any hard return information there. That's because I haven't put any paragraph tags in. So I actually have to put some paragraph tags in for it to recognize any sort of paragraph information. So I'm just going to, for illustrative purposes, I'm going to put these, copy, and I'll paste them into here. Whoop, and I have some extra tabs in there. And now I'm going to put the paragraph tags in so we can show you how that would properly display here. And of course I need to add my backslash to end those tags. And it gives, notice how because I'm using Notepad++, it does this neat thing. It actually shows me where my tags pair up. That's a pretty neat feature. So if I select one of the tags, it'll show me which tag is actually ending that tag set, or beginning and ending that tag set. Okay, so I'm going to save that, and now refresh. And now you can see over here with our H&P elements test file that under the H2 sample tag, where I don't have any paragraph tags, it's actually just running the text together. But then up here under the this is my H&P elements test page, because I put those tags in, it is recognizing the paragraph break, putting space in between and everything. So those are our basic H&P tags. Now what I want you to do, and this is in the module, I just want you to create a page, just kind of play with these and do something similar to this. It does not have to be terribly complicated. I just want you guys to get used to the idea of creating these tags and working with documents in this manner.